After Elon Musk threw up a disgusting and disgraceful Nazi salute behind the seal of the presidency on Monday, conservatives did everything they could to try to defend him, pushing all these false claims and all these ridiculous reasons for why he was actually just waving to the crowd. And we know that's absolute nonsense because of the reaction from the far right who celebrated what Elon did. But that's not the only information that leads us to believe and to confirm Elon Musk was doing what we all know he was doing. Elon has a history of this type of behavior. And it was that history that was exposed by an activist group that played a damning video on the side of Tesla's headquarters in Austin, Texas, that has Elon Musk absolutely furious because it completely exposes him. And we are going to get into all of that. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video. And if you haven't already and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way and it really means the world to me. Now let's get into this, like I said, damning video of Elon Musk and his disgusting political past.
Thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
This is the Tesla Gigafactory in Berlin, where Elon Musk builds Tesla cars for the European market. It's factories like this that have made him the world's richest person. But now he's using that wealth, billions of dollars amassed by selling Teslas, to promote European far-right parties. He's vocally supporting the far-right AfD in the upcoming German election, claiming only the AfD can save Germany. The AfD is so far to the right that France's national rally leader, Marine Le Pen, will not work with the party. Members of the AfD use Nazi slogans, constantly spread disinformation, and trivialize the Holocaust. In a conversation on Twitter, Musk and Alice Weidel, the leader of the AfD, both spread misinformation and falsified history. Musk claimed that Weidel is the most popular candidate for German Chancellor, when in reality polls put her 5th. Musk also claimed the AfD is the most popular party in Germany. A complete lie. Weidel declared to Musk that Hitler was not right-wing or a conservative, but was a communist, a claim to which Musk said, very much so, and yeah. In reality, the Nazis were an extreme right-wing, racist and anti-Semitic party that murdered 6 million European Jews. Musk has called Angela Merkel Angela Merkin, a sex industry slur. In the UK, Musk has become a vocal supporter of Tommy Robinson, a former member of the fascist British National Party, who has served multiple prison sentences, including one for assaulting an off-duty police officer. Robinson, a football hooligan, is the founder of the far-right English Defence League. He has a history of violence and has been filmed attacking people on multiple occasions. He is currently in jail after being ordered by a judge to stop spreading entirely false claims about a 15-year-old refugee who had been attacked by another teenager at school. Robinson repeated the false claims anyway. Musk has backed him multiple times on Twitter. In recent weeks, Musk also came to the defence of Andrew McIntyre, a British neo-Nazi who was a key architect of racist riots that rocked the UK last summer. McIntyre set the time and location for the initial riot that targeted a mosque, drawing a red circle around it and adding the message, "Time for war." 50 police officers would be injured in the attack while congregants had to lock themselves inside. McIntyre then declared on the organising channels he established that the mosques must burn. The day before his arrest, he was calling for the killing of all Jewish, Muslim and black people, adding white power. McIntyre also shared a video of the 2019 Christchurch mosque terror attack, when 51 Muslims were murdered, coupled with a caption lauding the shooter as a white legend and making offensive slurs against Muslims and Jews. When he was arrested, a knife was found hidden in the boot of his car, and when his home was searched, officers found weapons and a copy of Hitler's Mein Kampf. McIntyre used Telegram to encourage rioting, but Musk took to Twitter to bemoan McIntyre's 7-year prison sentence for organising the riots using social media. Musk also interacted positively on Twitter with Austrian far-right activist Martin Sellner. Sellner's identitarian organisation previously received a €1,500 donation from the Christchurch attacker. Sellner and the shooter exchanged friendly emails before the atrocity, with Sellner inviting the man to join him for a beer or coffee if he ever came to Austria. Sellner denies knowing what the man was planning. When Sellner last year complained on Twitter about being detained by Swiss police at a talk he was giving about what he calls remigration, Musk asked, "Is this legal?" Then there was Norway. Musk has shared a post comparing the country to the USSR. And Italy. He's called on Italian judges to be fired. And the Netherlands. Musk said the Netherlands will die out by its own hand in a Twitter conversation with far-right Dutch leader Geert Wilders. European democracy is being threatened by the world's richest man. But Elon Musk's wealth and power is in large part based on the value of Tesla. When you buy a Tesla, you're backing a far-right activist.
How much more evidence do you need? Elon continues to exhibit this type of behavior, and it was celebrated by the far right. They were embracing it because they know it is a signal to them. But let's not even talk about that element of it. Let's talk about the part I think is being looked over a little bit and what Elon Musk is trying to do here, which is distract. A lot of what Donald Trump has done with his first 100 executive orders is try to muddy the waters, try to flood the zone, as Steve Bannon likes to say, with all of these ridiculous actions that get us distracted from the fact that Donald Trump is failing to live up to the promises of his campaign. That is what the invasion of the Panama Canal, buying Greenland, making Canada a state talk was all about, reminding us of the chaos that Donald Trump is all about and showing us that he is not focused on anything but causing problems. But in doing so, he does distract us. And that's what Elon was trying to do. On top of that, this is also about trying to show their control over the information economy, that they can make us think that we didn't see what we saw and use their algorithms on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, certainly to only push information that tries to confirm the beliefs of Republicans while trying to suppress the truth. That is what Elon is all about, buying influence, buying power, being as corrupt as possible. And we have seen a lot of that, especially lately, and it was something that Stephanie Ruhle talked about in detail on MSNBC in a clip I want to check out right here.
Tonight in Money, Power, Politics, it is the 15th anniversary of the Citizens United Supreme Court ruling. The decision allowed corporations, special interest groups, and eventually wealthy individuals to spend unlimited amounts of dough on elections. And that is exactly what happened. In the 2008 election cycle, outside spending was just over $500 million. Then we got Citizens United in 2010, and by the next presidential cycle in 2012, that amount more than doubled to $1.3 billion. In 2016, it reached $1.7 billion, and in 2020, it doubled again. The last election, as of the latest figures, outside spending sits at nearly $4.5 billion. From 2008 to 2024, from before Citizens United to today. That is a nearly 680% increase in spending by corporations and outside groups and individuals. With that much money sloshing around and getting both Republicans and Democratic lawmakers elected, it is no wonder so many voters feel like their elected officials are not working for them, but for big business and the super wealthy. Well, my friend David Gura joins me now. He's a correspondent for Bloomberg and host of the Big Take podcast. And Barry Ritholtz, co-founder, chairman, and chief investment officer of Ritholtz Wealth Management. Okay, David, these power players, these major companies are giving record amounts of money for a reason. Where are we going to see the biggest impact? Because most voters don't even realize it's happening.
They don't realize it, but I think you're hitting on something important, which is I think there is a general distaste for how much money is in politics today. And I think what we couldn't have foreseen in 2008 is how widespread this is going to be. And you look at what happened in this last cycle, and we've commented a lot on there's Elon Musk doing this or that. He essentially financed and built a separate campaign apparatus for the Republican Party during this last campaign. He was the one financing, bankrolling all the voter outreach in Pennsylvania. That is something I think none of us could have imagined back in 2008. Yes, it was kind of a watershed moment when the Supreme Court said this. It had to do with the documentary about Hillary Clinton, et cetera, et cetera. But it has fundamentally reoriented the way that political parties work in this country today. And as you're right to point out, it's happening with Democrats and Republicans as well. But by and large, the most impact has been on the right side of this.
Do voters not realize or not care? Because at this point, they feel like all politicians are just on the take.
Yeah, that's, corporations are people, money is speech, and one man, one vote, who really needs that? I don't think voters understand the degree that their entire democracy has been put up for auction.
But they do know that government doesn't work for them anymore.
This is what Elon and his billionaire buddies are all about, claiming that they're working as volunteers in the West Wing so that they don't have to go through any of the traditional conflict of interest screenings, make sure that there's no corruption, everything's above board, so Elon doesn't have to divest. No, this is about investing money in his pockets. Elon wants to slash the government budget when it comes to Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, but when it's a useless trip to Mars, let's put as many billions in his businesses as he possibly can. That is what Elon is all about, stealing from you and I to send himself on a rocket ship. On our dime, mind you. Elon, you have about $400 billion. Can you not buy your own rocket? Do you really need our taxpayer dollars? Apparently so. And that is a message that we need to get through. And that's what we're going to be talking about on this show every day. And if you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button. You can leave a like on this video. And if you stuck around at the end, you can drop a blue heart in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you soon.